Each artist approaches their work differently. One of them uses the absorbing power of nature, another a simple prop, and a third encompasses the 6 million acres of the Adirondack Park. French culture has influenced the art of Christian Demore. Craig Fitzpatrick draws insight from around-the-world travel, and his sister, Kathy Benware, gathers strengths from the celestial angels and the wilderness.
I see the lights and the darks this time of year. You see the snow against the trees, so the evergreen trees are even brighter green with the white snow on them, and the black in the trees that are without leaves now. Every branch is just lined with white snow, and it's totally awesome.
Craig Fitzpatrick was a career Navy photographer and a White House videographer under President Ronald Reagan. After retirement, it was anchors away for him, far away, as he returned to the Adirondack wilderness with a digital camera and a bright red chair.
I used to take landscapes, and it seemed like something was missing. And the red chair kind of creates a point of focus in the picture. Now I know a lot of purist landscape photographers, they don't like to have man-made objects in their photographs, but I just think it adds to the photograph.
Christine Demore said that her roots were in a church near Valleyfield, Quebec, where her parents were married.
The shapes that you see in this painting are repeated squares and repeated circles and dots. Everything in the painting is repeated. It symbolizes my feelings about the church, what has happened to the church. The church used to be a solid foundation for family, for morals, and now the church has become not so connected.
Kathy Benware can step out of her front door where the beauty and color of the Adirondack forest begin to seep into her creative spirit, and she visualizes her next work.
Because of the mountains and the lakes and the 4 seasons, because we have color for 4 seasons that are all totally, totally different.
Craig Fitzpatrick was an on-the-go Navy photographer for 20 years.
And I led a crew of 6 Navy photographers video documenting the administration of Ronald Reagan. And so for 7 years I traveled around with 6 photographers, and we covered his speeches, his domestic speeches, his overseas trips, trips to Camp David on the weekend, trips to his ranch in California where he rode horses and chopped wood.
Fitzpatrick said that he had a front row seat to history.
I was in Berlin, Germany, when Reagan said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." And it was funny, after that speech, I got on the press bus, and a lot of reporters were saying, "Reagan's crazy, they'll never tear down that wall," so.
Demore often lets the blank canvas soak in a lake or river for a few days to give her guidance. Retrieving it from the water is sort of like reading the tea leaves in a cup.
I place my canvas in the bottom of the riverbed. I let it sit in the river for about 4 days, and when I pull it out of the river, I get these images on my canvas. Here's another example. And then I bring them into my makeshift studio, and I look at these images, and they dictate what my painting is going to be. Now, right now, I see something that looks like a leaf. Can you see that? The outline?
She carefully interprets the image, and a work of art is underway using a feather. The feather allows her to paint faster. These artists encourage anyone interested in photography or painting to pursue it. It's a fun hobby, no matter your age, they say. For Mountain Lake Journal, I'm Jack LaDuke in Malone.